This is the Titan X, and this is the Titan X on steroids.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I must have had a frog in my throat. Today we're putting in a water block in under 5 minutes. Stick around. Welcome to Paul's Projects. This week we're working on a Glacier 1080 Ti water block from Phanteks, and we're putting that on a Titan X Founders Edition. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button. There is a bell icon there if you want to click that so you get the information when the videos come out. And we're going to start this thing off with a cool little unboxing. Stay tuned. So things you're going to need for this build. First, you're going to need a 75mm Phillips head screwdriver as well as a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver. And the reason for that is because these things have thick backs on them. If you're using something like this, it's really difficult to get those tough screws out of that PCB. So make sure you guys have that just so it makes it a little bit easier. All right, we're going to start off with the IO screws. Now before you start getting crazy here and start taking things apart, there are 2 wires that you need to pay attention to, both on the underside of this PCB. You're probably going to want to keep your blower motor, so make sure you put the screws back in it and store them in a safe place. The screws that came with this kit will suffice. You're not going to need those screws. Alright, so thermal paste is all done. Now we're going to concentrate on the thermal pads. Now, a lot of people think this is the toughest thing about this if they're just beginners. It's actually not, especially with this kit, because inside it comes with colored dots on the thermal pads as well as a corresponding color chart in the instructions. So if you look at those, you're not going to have any problems. Now, pro tip here, make sure when you guys are putting your thermal pads onto your memory chips, all you do is put the full thermal pad on, press down, get those indents, and then you can cut the thermal pad into those pieces. Okay, here's another little tip for you. When you're putting your PCB onto your water block, use the box that the water block came in and place it off the side a bit. This way, when you're putting your PCB onto the block, the IO shield is not getting in the way. All right, so we're almost done here. Now we're gonna light this baby up. All you gotta do is look in the instructions to find out which wire corresponds with which plug-in on the top of the PCB. We got our water block all put together now and she's looking really pretty. One thing I do want to remind you guys to do is to put your screws back into the water block, the watertight screws you see here, because if you forget, you will have water all over your system. This is a very common mistake with loopers, who I like to call loopers, water loopers. So make sure that you guys do that before you put it into your system. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit the like button, share this video if you think it'll help somebody, and don't forget to check out these videos right here. And we'll see you next time on Paul's Projects. Take care.